Hey guys, and welcome back. This is going to be the part one video recorded lesson for the 7 principles of the Constitution. First and foremost, I want to say welcome back. I hope you all had a wonderful break and are ready to get back to work. I am definitely missing you guys, and I look forward to getting back from California and getting the ball rolling here at the Constitution. You guys worked so hard on your essays, and I am so incredibly proud of you and can't wait to give it back to you when I return. Now, today, we have some weaning back into content to do. Our agenda is as follows. So first off, we have an objective today, and it is that you guys will be able to recognize the importance of the 7 principles of the Constitution. So far the agenda is new seats. I am literally dying to get back to see what the setup looks like, and I hope you guys are enjoying it way better than the desk before. So hopefully you're all situated in your new seats and there aren't too many complaints. Next, you're going to watch this introduction to the Constitution Principles video. Then you're going to read pages 124 to 125 and complete a graphic organizer. So, how does the Constitution work? Today, we are really going to focus on the basics. What are they and what are their possible significance? But before we do that, I need to talk to you about some quick facts. And while we're not going to get too much into the Constitution format just yet, we're going to really do that when I get back, I do want to talk to you a little bit about that now. So, quick facts for you is that the Constitution was signed into on September 17th, 1787, forming the basis of the United States government. Now, the Constitution is separated into 3 main parts. We have the preamble, which is a vocabulary term you guys, should have ingrained in your brain at this point. The preamble is the introduction. And what it does is it establishes the purpose of the U.S. government. And don't forget, those 6 goals of the U.S. Constitution are to form a more perfect union, to make sure that each state abides by the same rules, they have the same money, that we really are a united nation, unlike the way the country was operated under the Articles of Confederation. Establish justice, make sure that there is fairness and equality amongst all. Ensure domestic tranquility, which is making sure that there's peace within the home, as in the United States. Provide for the common defense, make sure that we are protected from other countries who may want to hurt us. Promote the general welfare, meaning take care of the well-being of the United States citizens. And secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, meaning make sure that we are able to live freely and that we provide a future for upcoming generations, such as my children, your children, so on and so forth. So the preamble first establishes the purpose of the U.S. government and lists the 6 main goals. Now, the second part of the Constitution are the articles. There are 7 articles that provide guidelines for how the government will operate. So 7 articles provide guidelines for how the government will operate. And then we have amendments. And remember, amendments or to amend means to formally change. So when we talk about amendments, there are 27 changes to the original document, making the Constitution the living document that it is today. Now, before you guys even start today's activity, we have an understanding maybe of the structure and the date that it was formed, but what is a principle? So A principal is not like Mr. Ross, Dr. Weidlich, or Mr. Orth. A principle, Principle, is a basic rule that guides and influences thought or action. And essentially, these principles help to guide decision making and keep us in order. Some of us have our own personal principle. It's a principle that I live by. It's a moral that I live by. It's something that I believe is, a positive way of life. So these principles are put into place as not just goals, but as things that we must be reminded of. To make sure we're living by this principle, how can we execute it? So what principles do you live by, and why? Think about that for a minute. A principle that I particularly live by is focus on growth. All of us face obstacles and challenges, and these things will always be in our way throughout our entire journey in life. And really, the principle of focusing on growth is about figuring out how to overcome these obstacles and realizing that success is about problem solving, solution-driven situations, and honestly, that's just where growth comes from. To me, this is a principle that I live by because I don't ever want to get too comfortable where I am. I want to continue growing and being a better person. How can I do that? I travel, I experience new things, and how does this impact my daily life and my actions? I try to read and learn more. This is a principle that I live by. Now, let's try to see the ones that our nation lives by. So, American principles. Where do the U.S. guiding principles come from? Well, some come from old U.S. documents. Others come from political philosophers like John Locke and Thomas Hobbes, and old world documents like the Magna Carta. Now, there are 7 guiding principles. We have popular sovereignty, republicanism, federalism, separation of powers, checks and balances, limited government, and individual rights. These 7 principles help drive decision-making within the United States. Now, those who are making the decisions end up being those who are a part of the executive, legislative, and judicial branch. Now, it's your turn. So this was really just an introduction to the 7 principles of the Constitution, and you guys are going to get more information about this tomorrow and throughout your readings. But again, today what you're going to do is you're going to read pages 124 to 125 in your yellow textbook and complete the graphic organizer. There are hard copies for all of you, and I would like all of you to do a hard copy. I don't want there to be any confusion with iPads dying or information getting deleted. I want the hard copy completed. When you are done with your work, I would like you to take a picture and submit it in Schoology. If for some reason you finish before the end of class, good for you, and please take the opportunity to either make this into a Quizlet, a Kahoot, whatever you need to. You are going to be quizzed on this. If that doesn't particularly tickle your fancy, please work on your capstone. Whatever it is, find something educational to do. Take advantage of the time that's given to you and do your best. Have a wonderful day, guys. I miss you, and I cannot wait to see you soon. Bye.